5-4. We are 5-4. Like, can we say that one more time? 5-4. Guys, we are over 500 mark for the first time since 2013. It's insane. I'm so happy to see this. This is what we've been waiting for. This is why we dredged through the process. This is why we lost so many games over the years. This is what it was all for. And for all the hanky haters and all the people that didn't understand the process, I hope they can finally see the vision, because this is what it was all about. Ben Simmons gets his second triple-double. Yo, what's up? What's up, Voorhees? How you doing, bro? Gotta love that win. Awesome. Love seeing it. Yeah, like I said, Ben Simmons gets his second triple-double of the year. Only the third guy to do it in the first 9 games since Wilt and Oscar Robinson, I believe. Looked great out there. JoJo was awesome again. I think he's got a very underrated passing game. I think he's great out of the post. He had some really, really nice assists. Ben 14, 11, and 11. He's been a monster. If he doesn't win Rookie of the Year, it's rigged. And the NBA hates us. I mean, I already know they hate us, but he definitely is the sure runaway. Lonzo Ball's looking like a complete joke, which I like to see too, since LeVar ran his mouth so much. But 5-4, man. Awesome. JJ Redick finally showing up too, huh? Finally worth that $25 million we paid him. He was on fire last night. I love that shot where the shot clock was running down and he just tossed it up. He was like off one foot and moving to the right, and it somehow went in. It didn't seem like he could miss last night, but 8 of 12 from downtown last night. He finally showed up. The game before that, he was 1 for 6. JoJo's a beast. I agree, Raven. He's an absolute beast. It was a circus shot. Finally, something went in like that, Randy, right? It always seems like the circus shots go against us, but they were falling for us last night. We went up big again, you know, and it drives me insane because we start off so hot and we go up and then we just blow it because we don't play any defense. We really, really need to work on our interior defense. It was great to see Holmes back last night. Yeah, JJ needs to be more clutch, I agree. It's why we brought him in. You know, he's a veteran presence. He needs to hit more shots, but last night showed you he can still do it. That's why we brought him in for $25 million. People were complaining about that. You know, if you can see why now, that's who you want to pair with Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons. Guys that are around the perimeter are going to hit open shots. Even Egghead played good last night. Egghead Bayless, man. And I'm really hard on that guy, but he played pretty good. Dario was nice, chipped in with 15 points. Love seeing Rashawn. He's the energy off the bench. Plus, he's going to be a nice interior defensive guy, too. Yeah, I would play Holmes over Amir, too. I mean, Amir's going to be our tough and rugged guy. It's going to give us hard fouls and you know, and get us out there and get easy, do the nitty-gritty, get us easy baskets, alley-oops. I feel like you can say Rashawn can do that, too, but he's a better defenseman. He's more athletic, too. But, dude, it's so awesome to see. Everybody played well last night. You know, I've had very little to nitpick about. But I want to carry this over. We won 4 straight now. We are cooking. So, I think it was a good decision to shut Markelle Fultz down, get him ready. You know, there's been a lot of whispers that he's going to be shut down for the season. I don't see that happening. I'm praying that's not what we're going to do. I feel like we're past that point of, you know, sitting guys out for the rest of the season. You know, you just want to get them healthy, drain the shoulder, get it back to what it has to be. We got a 3-week evaluation coming up, so we don't even have to worry about that. Next home game's against the Warriors, which I'm stoked about. And 70 assists in the last 2 games. I can't believe I forgot that stat. 70 assists in the last 2 games. That is incredible. I mean, you're up there with the Warriors passing over 30 assists a game. But that has to do a lot to do with us winning ball games. That's what you got to do. You tire the defense out by passing the ball, making the right passes, being an unselfish player. And I feel like we've got a ton of unselfish players on this team. But, you know, great win to see. And we got to beat up on teams like the Indiana Pacers, the Atlanta Hawks. There should be no reason they should be even in these games. We got to lock down better defensively. And has anybody else noticed how much money Covington's been? I mean, I gotta say, he doesn't look like a streaky shooter this year. You know, 9 games in, but still, this guy has been very, very reliable, very consistent at behind the arc. I mean, he's been freaking incredible, and I love to see it. I don't know if he's just trained a lot more, but you don't even kind of cringe when he gets the ball. If he wants to jack up shots, if he's going to keep knocking them down, please do. Continue to do it, Covington. The man deserves to be paid, and I hope we lock him up. He's our best defender, and he's been a very consistent three-point shooter. JoJo looked a little stumbly last night. He's kind of scary when he's going for those big dunks, and he completely ass and misses them. When he comes up short and hits the rim, he did it twice last night, and I hate when he dribbles the ball, too. He is so unathletic, it's terrible. He is so goofy, but, when you're 7'2" and 260, how nimble can you really be? And, yeah, we do pass it a lot, too. It's good with the, having over 30 assists, but sometimes they have to know when to be aggressive and take the shots, too. So there are times when they're being a little too passive and make the extra pass when they don't need to. Some of the guys have to have a little bit more confidence. TJ's one of them, so is Dario. But this is all nitty-gritty stuff that we're really picking at. This is great basketball we're seeing out of the Sixers. And, yeah, they let the teams get back into it, but when it matters the most and when it counts, they lock it down, they play the defense they need to, and they come away with a lead. Now, if you guys noticed, we've learned from the beginning of the season where we had the lead, we're not really trying to milk the play clock, or the shot clock, not the play clock. We're trying to milk the play clock, and we're putting up good shots, making that extra pass to hit the good shots. And, just continuing to score as opposed to trying to bleed the clock out. And we've really learned from that. And I got to give credit to Brett Brown. I got to give credit to our players, too. They've grown from their mistakes in recent games, like when we were playing against Houston and we had the 8-point lead and we blew it. That hasn't really happened, knock on wood. They got a little close last night. They were within 3, but look, we went up 9 and shut it out. Ended up being 121 to 110. That's what I want to see out of our squad. And again, we got to beat up on teams like the Pacers and the Atlanta Hawks, and staying with the upper echelon teams like the Rockets, like the Golden State Warriors. I'm so stoked for that Warriors game. I can't even tell you. TJ has been balling. The kid is greatly improved on every area in his game. And I want to hear all them TJ haters chirping about how he doesn't deserve to be in the NBA. Well, where are they at now? What do they have to say? I think he's been great on the floor with Ben Simmons. And he's I think a vital piece moving forward. He's a very, very solid backup point guard. When you have him and Simmons on the floor, the offense flows really, really nicely. And then you think about an element of adding Bolden in over here, we're going to be scary good. But if we can somehow upset the Warriors, I feel like teams should really recognize who they're really... we're not a joke anymore. We're not just a walkover team. And you have to rip it all down to build it back up. It's the only way to do it. It's the only way to win in the NBA. It's not like you can go out like in certain times in football, certain sports. You can go out and sign a couple free agents and kind of eke along and win some games and sign major free agents. That doesn't happen in basketball. You have to be in the top part of the draft to get the top echelon of players. That's where all the talent's at. You can get lucky and find a very solid player or maybe even a superstar. It's very rare in the later rounds or in the late first round, second rounds, but more than likely you're going to have to get him within the top 10. So, Hinkie did everything he had to make this a winning organization, and he deserves all the credit in the world. And the NBA can try to poo-poo it and push it down all they want, but you know what? He was a smart analytical guy. You notice that in all sports now. Owners are starting to go that way of these analytical guys as opposed to the old school way of thinking. And, facts wins. Analytics win. So, the Phillies have done it. They did it. The Eagles did it with Chip Kelly, even though it's working with Dougie Peterson right now. I love it. This is great for the city to have the Sixers winning again. And we're not the doormat team that we used to be the past couple of years. We are something to be reckoned with, and I hope the rest of the league is ready for it because, we're probably not going to make it too far in the playoffs this year, but within the next couple of years, we will be in the NBA Finals. And how about LeBron? I know he's still killing it, dropped 57 last night, but his time is coming to an end, and somebody needs to take over the reins. You could say it's KD, or could you say possibly Ben Simmons? I would have to say Ben Simmons is definitely up there in consideration of being a flat-out superstar this early in his career. because the guy looks freaking incredible. I'm just in awe watching this kid play. I've actually talked about that, Jonathan, with a couple coworkers about LeBron coming to Philly. Is it a possibility? Sure. Do I want him on our team? Not necessarily. I wouldn't hate having him on the team, but Adrian knows this, and I don't know if a lot of you know this, but I'm a huge LeBron hater. Not a fan. But if he wants to come play for our organization, I'm not going to tell him no. I wouldn't be upset about it, but I don't really want to pursue him that much. He needs a legacy to bring the title here. I don't think we need LeBron James to win a title, but hey, why not? If he wants to come here, fine. And LeBron, I don't know how Simmons and LeBron would really play. It would be interesting to see. And you see how poorly LeBron's playing without Kyrie. So it looks like that trade's really biting the Cavs in the ass. Love to see it. I know he's salty about it, and he wants to prove everybody wrong and show him that he can do it all by himself. Yeah, 57 points. He's a freak. Was that one of his high-scoring games? It's got to be. Or did he score 60 at some point in his career? I feel like he has. I feel like it would be astonishing to see if he didn't score over 60 points. Yeah, that's what I figured. He had to at least have 1 or 2 60-point games in there. He dude's a complete stud. Best player in the NBA for sure. Still at his age. Freak of nature. Ben Simmons has learned from him, so got to give him credit for that. Thank you. Yeah? Really? I'm dumb for thinking James is playing bad without Kyrie? They've lost to the Knicks in Brooklyn. LeBron can't do it by himself, so I don't know what you're talking about. To get 2 triple-doubles, it took Ben Simmons 9. Yeah. Like I said, the stat is Oscar Robinson and what did I say? Will Chamberlain. Well, it might change when Isaiah Thomas comes back, but the Cavs are not playing good at all. I wasn't trying to say LeBron's playing like crap, but he definitely needs somebody else on that team if they're going to be successful. Is that player Isaiah Thomas? I don't think so. I don't think that's really going to put them over the top to beat the Warriors. Even with Kyrie, it wasn't going to be enough. But, you know, he needs a running mate to be competitive, even in the East. LeBron can't do it all by himself. Yeah, I mean, some people don't like it. You know? But, everybody's entitled to their opinion. It's all good. Everybody needs help. Jordan needed help. Nobody can do it by themselves. Jordan had Scottie Pippen, coach. You need other players to be successful and win a championship. You can't do it by yourself in any sport. It's all team effort. And he needs a running mate. He can't do it. He's getting older. He can't really carry the team like he used to. I know he dropped 57 last night, but he's not going to be able to do that night in and night out. You're going to have somebody else take the burden off his shoulders. And that's why I feel like he's definitely gone next year. I don't see him ending his career in Cleveland. But, yeah, I'm getting off topic here. But, 50 wins. I said at the beginning of the season, I believe I said I thought we would win about, I don't even remember what I said, 48 wins. It might be more than that now. I'm saying we might even win 54. It's a good possibility we could be a 4 seed. For sure. The East is weak. I mean, you still got the Wizards, obviously Toronto, Cleveland, even though they're playing bad. I don't think they're going to be a 1 seed, and you can't forget about the monster in our division in the Celtics. They're playing unbelievable. They're 7-2. Kyrie's really got that team cooking. Imagine if Hayward was healthy, what they'd be doing. They might be undefeated at this point in the season. But it's all about getting to the dance. Doesn't matter what your record is. 50 wins could easily get us in there. I mean, we're not going to go far in the playoffs, but we're definitely going to get there. But, yeah, great win, guys. 5-4. I got to get back to work. My break's over. This went a little longer than I expected to. Just want to get that video out there. I was real stoked about the game last night. And how'd you guys feel? Do you think that this team is finally on the right track? Is everybody starting to feel a little better about Brett Brown, too? Because I think he's improved as a coach. Love what I'm seeing out of Brett Brown. Love what I'm seeing out of our players. If we can continue on this, look out. Sixers going to be a team to reckon with. All right, guys, I got to get out of here. Kyle Gaffner with the Bitter Birds. Sixers at 5-4, baby. First time since 2013. Over 70 assists. Got to keep it cooking. And we're starting to win at home finally too. So I'm happy to see that. I was waiting for so long to see a win at home. Losing to the Celtics and the Rockets, it killed me. But we're good. We're shutting down games. We're learning from our mistakes. Our players are gelling. They're growing as a team. Look out for the Sixers, guys. All right, Kyle Gaffner with the Bitter Birds. Go Sixers! Peace.